Welcome back, everybody. This is Brian. Hey, I figured since my last video bombed, why not release another? I've always been a glutton for punishment. Today, we are talking about the clash of the titans, Google versus Microsoft. They both released earnings today. Let's review these earnings reports, then I'll give you my opinion about their stock. Let's get to it. Let's start with Google. A 6% sell-off. This is totally unwarranted. Let me explain. Both top and bottom line beats, and the stock still sinks. The market is crazy. $1.55 earnings, beating expectations of $1.46, $76.6 billion revenue, slightly beating $76 billion. Why did the stock slide then? It's because cloud came in $200 million below expectations at $8.4 billion. A marginal number compared to the size, the absolute Goliath that is Google. Revenues up 11%, operating margin up 3%. This is amazing. Net income is up 41%, and the stock is still down. It just doesn't make sense. Search up 11%. Google Cloud is up 22%. Reduction in headcount. Everything is moving in the right direction. Operating income. Google Services up 27%. Google Cloud is now profitable. Who said high interest rates are bad? Kidding aside, $1 billion in interest income is nice. And these numbers, they speak for themselves. Even after the pandemic, the numbers are strong and getting stronger. Forward PE is 20.61, a great number considering their net income growth. Google stock is a buy today. The only real things that you can knock Google on are their third place in the cloud and no foreseeable way to fix that. The cloud has a huge moat, and once it is set, it's set. Google does need to improve here, but if nothing else, Google is a very resilient company. The only other negative is Google Bard. From a customer mindshare perspective, it is second to ChatGPT. Google are the kings of AI, however. Also, this does not affect search, which is Google's bread and butter. Next up is Microsoft. Microsoft is doing good after the bell, up 3.9%. Microsoft is cashing in on the artificial intelligence craze. They have a major stake in ChatGPT, which is the de facto name in AI right now. Microsoft brought in $56.5 billion in revenue, beating expectations. $2.99 earnings per share, beating expectations of $2.65. Microsoft closed the acquisition of Blizzard, which will expand their gaming division quite nicely. It's not all sunshine and roses, however. Windows growth is weak. Devices revenue dropped 22%. The PC industry is still struggling, going through its toughest market ever. PC has never, ever had it this bad. It's insane. That said, Azure grew 29%. AI caused 2% of this 29% spike, so AI is already showing results. Something very important here. This is the first time ever that Microsoft disclosed Azure revenue in terms of dollars. It's always been percents in the past. Azure makes up more than 50% of the $110 billion cloud division. That is huge. Still behind AWS, but Azure is a huge moneymaker. AWS comes in at 34% market share, Microsoft 21%, Google Cloud 11%. Microsoft has a history of growing revenues and profit very nicely. That said, Microsoft has a PE of nearly 30, so you are paying for this growth. It's the 12th round of the match, Google versus Microsoft. Who wins? Well, in AI, it's more like the first round. Microsoft takes the first round, but there are 11 more rounds to go. So how do we sum it all up? The biggest advantage Microsoft has is AI. They have ChatGPT in their corner and are just a little bit ahead of Google in this area. Google, on the other hand, has Google Search, the de facto monopoly and their biggest moneymaker. Both are doing great in the cloud. Microsoft is a little bit more expensive, but it is also growing a little faster, so it's a wash. Google is a buy, Microsoft is a buy. Easy, huh? Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.